From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy. Flocks of Taylor Swift fans have descended on downtown Toronto, gathering outside the Rogers Centre ahead of 3 days' worth of concerts as part of the Eras Tour. Many of the Swifties attended this weekend's showtimes decked out in glitter and specially decorated outfits, while most people walking around already have their tickets to see Swift, but some are still hoping to get their hands on one. Yasmin Salve flew to Canada from Germany to try and get into the show.
The flight was very cheap. That was about €500.
Okay.
Yeah, and for the hotel about 200.
She says she's willing to spend about €800 or $1,200 Canadian for a ticket. Thousands of fans and onlookers have flooded the streets, spurring the city to restrict traffic and close a number of roadways around the show's end. People in a part of Longueuil, Quebec were sheltering in their homes with doors shut and windows closed, following a hydrogen peroxide spill. Longueuil Mayor Catherine Fournier says officials have brought the situation under control after a train derailed earlier in the day and triggered the incident. Police were asking people within 800 meters of the site to stay indoors, while experts tested the air to ensure it was safe to breathe. President Michel Alsayer of Quebec's Order of Chemists says hydrogen peroxide is commonly used in industry, including pulp and paper manufacturing. The Manitoba government is funding 12 new Winnipeg police officers to address a rise in retail theft and violent crime. The province previously provided temporary funding for the program to address hotspots in the city, such as retail stores and malls, but now they're planning on making it a permanent initiative. Justice Minister Matt Wiebe says the program has been successful.
These folks understand that if you can get in, speak with business owners, with customers, with people, make your presence felt, you're going to have a higher impact.
The additional funding is part of the province's public safety strategy, which aims to include 2% increases in funding for municipal law enforcement. The RCMP is rolling out body-worn cameras for officers. The National Police Force will deploy more than 10,000 cameras across the country in the next 12 to 18 months. Tanya Gogwin with the RCMP's Corporate Management Office says the initiative is important to increase transparency.
This initiative was first announced in 2020. By the Prime Minister, and it was in response to concerns raised by racialized communities.
The national rollout begins Monday. While The Onion specializes in satirical news, this news isn't satire. The publication has won a bidding war for Alex Jones's InfoWars at a bankruptcy auction. Jones owes more than $1 billion in defamation judgments to the families of Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting victims because he called the massacre a hoax. The purchase turns Jones's conspiracy theory machine into a humor website that plans to relaunch the InfoWars platform as a parody in January. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Edmonton captain Connor McDavid looks to join the NHL's exclusive 1,000-point club when the Oilers host the Nashville Predators tonight. McDavid enters tonight's game with 999 points. He's poised to become the fourth fastest player in league history to reach the elite milestone behind Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and Mike Bossy. Vancouver Canucks winger Dakota Joshua is set to make his season debut after missing some time for cancer treatment. Head coach Rick Tocchet says Joshua will slot into the lineup when Vancouver hosts the New York Islanders. The 28-year-old was diagnosed with testicular cancer this summer and underwent surgery in early September. The CFL's end-of-season awards will be handed out tonight in Vancouver as a part of the lead-up to Sunday's Grey Cup showdown between Winnipeg and Toronto. The finalists for the Most Outstanding Player Award are Blue Bombers running back Brady Oliveira and Hamilton quarterback Bo Levi Mitchell. From the Canadian Press, I'm John Kennedy.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.